Hey, good morning, world. It is 8:25, okay, Monday, June 26th. So, I want to talk a little bit about crime, in my opinion. Now, crime has risen in our neighborhoods, our communities, our cities, states, and towns. And I think, this is only what I think. I'm not actual and factual, but I think a lot of crime happens in our domicile because a lot of laws, mandates, restrictions, uh, capital, poverty. So, for instance, say there's a man and he has to pay rent, car note, feed his family, and he's struggling to take care of his family. His job is not paying him well. He can't find a second job that can flow with his schedule to be around his family and to do what he got to do. He's behind. Hold on. He's behind on a lot of stuff, and he tries to go get help from government. Government say, I can't help you because you make too much money. You make X, Y, Z dollars a month, a week, a year, and I can't help you get out of your deficit, Mr. So and so. And so what happens is he's stuck in a corner. His wife is going crazy. She's losing her marbles. The kids need stuff. They need stuff. Eviction notices are coming. Cut-off notices are coming. Things are breaking around the house. And what is there to do? Hey, I can hustle. I can hustle. I can go sell drugs. I can rob people. I could be dishonest. You know, there's many ways I can do things that's not quote unquote legal so I can take care of my family. And I don't care who it hurts at all. I don't care who it hurts. My family hurts, and that's all I care about. Nobody cares if I hurt. I can't get any help. Can't get any, what's what I'm looking for? Can't get a fresh start. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody non-forgiving. The debt company's non-forgiving. The mortgage company's non-forgiving. The government don't have any sympathy. The people at the tax treasury, they don't care. Child support don't care. If you're struggling, you can't feed your other kids. And all I know how to do is to rob a nigga to get by, to start some type of crime. That's an example. Hey, another example is it could be a female going through the same thing. And all she know how to do is to set people up, to sell her body for sex, go dance all the time, trying to make a dollar to demoralizing her, who she is, herself, to go do whatever. Now you may say, well, you don't have to do that stuff, T. There's many ways. There's so many organizations. It's bullshit. There are a lot of organizations, but the stuff they put you through to help you is and then they tell you we don't have any room for you. I just want to be. We're not taking any applications for this project, so we can't help you. So what happened is crime starts. There's a lot of people who do a lot of stuff that they do to pay bills. You know what I'm saying? Because you got highest energy bills, highest water bills. The cost of living is so high. You got to get stuff for your kids, and You need clothes. You need transportation. And you got to pay highest rent. And so everybody is in this zone of hustling illegally, so they won't get taxed, or they can't find a job because they got caught up in some bullshit. And so crime starts because at the root of it is all material bullshit. So check this out. So if water was subsidized and electricity, say the government subsidized water and electricity, but there is no water bill, there is no electricity. Just like they can send billions of dollars all over the world to other people. Hey, what if we subsidize water and electricity for 5 years in impoverished neighborhoods, low-income neighborhoods, and we're going to take those two bills away from people? Hey, what if we subsidize internet for 5 years? Matter of fact, what if we subsidize internet, water, lights, and food for the next 5-6 years? And low-income families, impoverished neighborhood, they ain't asking no questions. Just let us know that you're alive and you're a person. We don't need your W-2s, who you work for, and 27 check stubs. We don't need all that shit, because the point is, we're trying to get people out of that impoverished zone. So our crime can go down, because a lot of crime happens because people are trying to hustle and scheme and bustle to pay highest bills and to feed their kids. So let's take away all this bullshit. You can afford 5-10 years of subsidies. You do it for every other country. Why you can't subsidize the people? Have a year of jubilee. Hey, all y'all with this bad credit, we know y'all fucked up. A lot of us push you to that point to get credit. Predator loans. You had no other choice but to take it if you want to survive. Now you're in mad debt. So hey, it's like we forgave the debt of these fucking fucked up corporations that the government did. Let's bail the people out. So we're wiping away your student loans and all your bad credit that you owe, all your child support arrears. We're wiping everything clear, and we're going to give the people a fresh start. This actually, if you listen to me, this actually will help reduce crime. Believe me, it would. It would take a load off the people back, man. Because I'm telling you that people do a lot of the crime they do is because they're trying to get or reach some type of physical fulfillment. Out is paying bills, trying to take care of your kids, put food on your table, you know what I'm saying, paying your rent, or shit, you may be stressed out, need a vacation or whatever, and there's no way that you can afford to do none of this shit, man, and still live and not be stressed and worried. Hear me out on this, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you may think I'm just saying give us a handout, but it's not really a handout. It's something that's owed to the people anyway. And if you really care about your neighborhood, your country, your society, and the quality of life of people, you can afford to sacrifice to do subsidies for the people, man. From property taxes to child support to bills to water to electricity to gas. Subsidize this stuff to the bare minimum. You can afford, you send billions of dollars to the Ukraine like we don't know. You send billions of dollars to Israel every year like we don't know. You send billions of dollars to other countries like we don't know. You waste billions of dollars on military programs like we don't know. We know the money you burn. You bail out corporations that screw the people. For example, I remember when the bailout happened with Obama. And so I went online and I researched the list of companies that were bailed out, and you should see the companies that were bailed out. And now some of these same companies that were bailed out because the financial market bullshit, they got paid. But these banks still turned around and foreclosed on people after the government bailed them out. So why the people couldn't stay in home? The government bailed you out, Mr. Bank. Yeah, people defaulted on loans and all type of stuff with the bank, credit card. The government bailed you out. So why could you not wipe the debt of all the people that fucked up and give them a fresh start? Greed. The government bailed Ford out. Everybody should have a Ford car. Every household should have a free Ford car. Electric or gas. Because the government bailed you out. Should be no student loans. You should be able to go to school for free. Because when you educate your people, the quality of life goes up. You don't have your people down. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, we not thinking about this shit, man? You can't even really get help without somebody putting your face in the mud in this country. You have to beg and all this stuff. And I know there's scammers out there. You know, I know there's scammers that'll do anything for $1, but we're not talking about scammers. We're just talking about subsidizing shit. So life can be a little bit easier for us, and we can try to get this crime down in our city. High gas, high electricity, high water, high food prices. I mean, like, high rent. Like, people are struggling, man. People are still hurting from COVID, man. And they think that you're supposed to have bounced back on your feet from that 3-year period. And, man, they got countries still trying to get this stuff together after massive financial collapse, wars and calamities. We need help too. We need help too. We need help too. We need help too. And we're being neglected by the people who's in power that can help us. So we're not helped, so we turn to crime. So I'm all about trying to get life a little better for us all. I'm struggling from the same thing I'm talking about. So, you know, we need some help. And if we can't get the help, what happened is we destroy. And I'm not advocating that you should, but that's what happened. That's what's created. That's created, Mr. Government, Mr. Governor, Mr. President, Miss Mayor, Mr. Mayor. That's what happened. That's what is created when you let corporations and companies and even yourself put boulders on the back of the people. You create crime. You create terror. You break families. You squeeze the life out of people and communities. You do this to us. Now, we shouldn't do it to ourselves. You know, we should be like, man, I'm not going to rob my brother. I'm not going to rob my sister. I ain't going to steal his car. You know, I'm not going to rob from the store. But, you know, I'm doing it for some type of monetary profit because I'm lacking something in my life that I need for myself or my family, and I can't get it done. I tell you stories called Mercy Over Law that I wrote. So I'm a paraphraser because it's long. So there was a guy, he needed his wife got really sick, and his insurance couldn't cover the ailment of his wife, and so he divorced her so she can get government assistance. So she got the government help, Medicaid and Medicare, and they were still in the hole because they couldn't afford the medicines, their portion of the medicines. So this guy, he asked for help from his church, his family, his friends, everybody else, and they also was in the hole, and they couldn't afford to help him. And so what he does is, he breaks in the pharmacy at night, and he was stealing the pills for his wife. Well, eventually he got caught. He went to jail and he went to trial, and the judge asked him, "Why were you breaking into the pharmacy, Mr. Son?" So he said, "Well, Your Honor, my wife is very sick. She needed his medicine. We couldn't afford it. She's gonna die, and I was just trying to save the life of my wife, and I couldn't get any help from nobody." So the judge, he thought, and he pardoned the man from the crime. So he would pay the pharmacy for all the drugs that were stolen, and that he would help this man with future medication for his wife. See, we have to put people over profit. Everybody's not doing something because, like I said earlier, because there's a reason behind it. And we're not just trying to research and find the underlying reason why all these kids are stealing cars, or why these kids are selling drugs, or why these mamas are whoring, or why these daddies walking away from their families, and why these men on child support. And like, we're not really looking to all that shit. Why families are falling apart. We don't care. We don't care. All we care about finding you, putting you in the system, and complaining about the crime and the bullshit. We got to get to the root. And the root is, we need some help. People going to continue to rob and steal and kill and terrorize to take care of their family. This country has killed, robbed, and terrorized many people to take care of their colony to fund their madness. Do you think the people ain't gonna do it too? Help the people, man. If a mother's struggling, help them. Don't put them through all this long check. Give me 27 forms of ID, 19 blood samples, and man, you already know that shit. You made a system for all of us in it. You know what's up. You ain't got to directly give nobody no money, but you can subsidize a lot of stuff to make stuff better. Why is people paying $600 light bills, $400, $500 car insurance? Just imagine a family paying $600-700 light bill, $300-400 water bill, $100 water bill, keeping gas in their car, feeding their kids. Buying clothes for their kids, for themselves. Just imagine all this shit. But to wrap this video up, yeah, I'm voicing my opinion. If anybody in government hears this, listen to it, think about it. We can stop all this crime. The root cause, I'm telling you, is financial. It is. Not some of it's mental. So yeah, we got to deal with mental issues too. But most of it is financial. You got to eat. You got to survive. Nobody want to live in a house with no lights and water. If I can't get no help, you best believe They